I want to speak about is like you're speaking about attracting to your partner who doesn't disturb your sleep, and how you make that. You said you and your partner you light sleep, but it works out for you and all that. So I want to just point out to you that it's not about like when you meet somebody to say, do you snore? You know what I mean? So somebody might say, I'll ensure that I have a partner who complements me in terms of my sleeping or supports my physical needs, right? Let's just say the physical need is sleep, and you can sleep with a partner who disturbs your sleep for whatever reason, or the physical need could be affection or touch or sexuality, whatever it is. So when I say that, ensure that you have a partner, it might sound like I'm saying when you meet somebody, you ask them, do you snore? Do you satisfy? Do you hug? Now, yes, you can ask people these questions as a clarification for you and as a confirmation for you, but it doesn't happen at that level. So how does it happen that you attract a suitable partner? So it comes back to what we spoke about before the break and what I just mentioned after the break as well. If you are a person who knows what you require from you and you give yourself what you require, you're that person who knows what you require from you and you give yourself what you require, and if you are a person who knows what you require from others, and you are clear and focused on being satisfied not only by yourself but by others, if you are a person who knows what you require and you satisfy yourself, or if you know what you require from others and you are in support of being satisfied by others, and you are prepared to support that satisfaction with others, then that energy within you will attract to you a suitable spouse. So I just want to make that clear. Although I have said it before in different ways, I want to make it extremely clear at this particular point that when you attract a partner to you, it's your frequency that will determine whether they are supportive of you or they are unsupportive of you. If you are a person who is aware of what you require and you give yourself what you require, if you're a person who supports your satisfaction without any guilt, or without any feeling bad, you happily just understand this is what I require, no story about it, and you give yourself what you require. If I require to sleep early, I sleep early. If I can't, or if I don't drink dairy, I drink almond milk. I'm just saying, whatever your preferences are, whatever you choose, I eat sweet potato rather than usual potato. Whatever it is you might have, and you might say, this works for me. This is the kind of dressing I am into. This is how I dress. This is what I find comfortable. This is how I am. If you supporting you in terms of what's easy for you, what's comfortable for you, how you're living your life, you happy with you, and in supporting your own joyful experience. If you like enjoying yourself a certain way, applying yourself a certain way, living a certain way, it works for you, and you're supporting what works for you. You're in alignment with meeting your needs, desires, and preferences, your own personal needs, desires, and preferences. Like you're saying, I sleep late, I wake up early, or I sleep late, I wake up late, whatever it is. If you know you and how your body functions and your life and, your mind, how you think. Like, I know me when it comes to spirituality, I'm not religious. I doubt I'll ever be, what I mean? And but I'm spiritual, and I worship God, and I praise God, and I trust in God, and I thank God, and I invoke God's forgiveness and His forwarding and His fulfillment. On occasion I will practice in the way that people practice on occasion in certain situations, and maybe a Friday, whatever it is. So I'm very comfortable with me and how I do spirituality, or I'm very comfortable with me and my ideology. I read widely, or I study a whole lot of different things, and so there are people who are scared to study material that comes from outside the tribe and think in a way that's out. But I'm me and I do me. You get me? So whether it's your body, your mind, your spirit, your mentality, your attitude, if you know what suits you for who you are, your true self, and you meet that need within you without any kind of rebelling against anybody else, you just there and you do what works for you. And it's working for you. It must work for you. If you're doing what doesn't work for you, that's a different story. You're talking about the true self here, where you're really caring for you, nurturing you, and really benefiting you. And if you then know what you require, and you give yourself what you require for satisfaction and respect, and then you open up, because in Attract Soulful Love, we say, what is your future self? Spousal satisfaction. If you know what your personal satisfaction is, you do you're doing your life the way you want to, at all these 10 dimensions of intimacy, you're comfortable with you and where you've been and what has happened, and what is going on and all that. I'm comfortable with my neurosis, at the level that it's at, where it was before, but where it is at. Before I used to smoke cigarettes and all that, and I used to, a whole lot of issues I had while I had them, and the way it presented, I was addicted, I was compulsive, I was obsessive, I had all this kind of unhealed stuff. I was comfortable with that, and to the degree that I'm still neurotic in whatever way that I'm neurotic, I'm okay with it. I made peace with it. I'm, slow in a lot of things. I've got learning disabilities, whatever it is, and I'm cool with it. It's all good for me in the way I relate to me. I'm relating to me in a way that benefits me. I'm relating to me in a way that satisfies me. So if you're there with that energy, then you can begin to say, look, I want to be related to by people, things, and experiences in a way that benefit me and satisfy me too. I will be aware of who and what suits me. And I want to be suited by people, things, and experiences. I feel comfortable when I'm suited, when I'm with people that are suitable, when I'm in situations that are supportive of me. I like that. I like being me, and I like being with people who are comfortable with me, support me willingly, freely. Not that I force people to be the way. I'm open to having life support me, people support me, things. I'm open to being supported by life, and I'm prepared to appreciate this kind of support and value this kind of support. That's when you open up from that adult power to this prosperity power. You see, that's when you are seeing and feeling yourself, in terms of your own respect for yourself, your body, your life, and who you are and what you're about. You're really in your strength, you're in your personal power, you're in your prosperity power, and that's when you'll start meeting people that serve you, support you. Out of the blue, people say, how did you meet this person? You're such a good fit together. How did you meet this? It's so uncanny. That's you're doing this. It's such a rare thing. You're living in this place. Everything is working out for you. This is because of you supporting your entelechy. This is because of you supporting your destiny. From your personal power, you applying yourself in a way that benefits you, you supporting your personal satisfaction. From your prosperity power, you recognizing people, things, and experiences that support you, and you are open to that. You will have the right people come into your life, and they'll be like, wow, I can't believe what a good fit this person is. But you must have that self-respect, and you must have that courage to be able to stand for you even though you're different from other people. Not standing against others, but for yourself and for what's working for you. You must have that courage. You must have that strength, that personal power. And you must have that strength and that courage, not only to satisfy yourself. A lot of people feel shame and guilt. They don't want to satisfy themselves. They're against satisfying themselves. They're depriving themselves. And sometimes you might satisfy yourself, but you're not open to other people satisfying. Nobody will satisfy me. I'll never get what I want. You might have beliefs in non-possibility. You might not realize I can have what I want. And so if you satisfy yourself, you're likely to open up to being satisfied by others. And if you're open to being satisfied by others, you will attract people who will satisfy you. So just by you being interested in personal satisfaction, interpersonal satisfaction, or spousal satisfaction, just by you saying, I'm interested in being me and enjoying expressing myself, enjoying applying myself, enjoying supporting my happiness, expressing myself in support of my happiness and all that. And just by being a person who's saying, look, I'm for happiness. When it comes to other people, and it comes to other things, and it comes to the world of form, I am comfortable with people caring for me and supporting me. Now, some of us are like into deprivation. We deprive ourselves from ourselves, and we deprive ourselves from others. Some of us are there, low vibration. Remember, Satan doesn't want you to experience high-frequency spiritual energy. So security, self-fullness, satisfaction, iman, amal, a life, boon, peace, power, prosperity. This is all high frequency. It's energy. It's high. It's good feeling. So we can have feelings like we're not good enough, nobody will love us, something is wrong with us, whatever it is, and then we'll say nobody will love us. There's nobody to love us. We'll never get what we want. We never had what we wanted in life. We'll never get what we want. Now, none of this is true. It's all satanic ideas that's keeping us from what is really true and experiencing what is really true. So I'm just making the point that when it comes to attracting a partner, or attracting work, or attracting things in life, it's like when it comes to, like I said, when I was looking for somebody to tint the car windscreen, I'm open and I attract the people who assist me, and when I wanted to have the car spray painted and, I attracted the right people to support me with panel shop work and all that sort of thing, because I'm open to that. During the break, I went and did some shopping at the Howard Center, and I decided to put some petrol. So I've been, I fill at BP, it's near me, and so, I don't know, they got this thing now, if you fill 3 times or 5 times, I'm not sure how many times, they give you a model car, and so I got a message, please collect your model car. You redeem your thing. So I went there, and I said, "God, give me a nice." He said, "Choose whichever one you want," and I chose it. I can show it to you if you want. Let me show you. Show and tell. Here is it. It's a nice 1:32 size. This is it's a big box, and it's a Lamborghini Huracan Coupe. I hope the door's open. It's made by Burago. You can see it's quite a lovely thing. I'm sure if you go to buy it in a shop, it must be over 100 rand or so. No? So what I'm saying is that I'm open to getting a good deal. I'm open to getting that kind of support. I've had experiences in my life where I was able to do it, and it's in my reality, it's my consciousness. I know I can get what I want, at least in some areas of my life, and I'm open to it. I'm vibrating at that level of authenticity that I want that, I will get that, and so I attract that. I don't go to a panel shop and ask them a million questions trying to ascertain whether they're the right panel shop for me. I know long before that I'm already in the reality of the work is done, and I'm very pleased, and I got a good job done, and I got a good price, and I got value for it. I know what I want. Even when they had this kind of thing at BP, I saw it there, and I usually fill about 450 rand a time, usually. So they say if you fill 500 rand, and you fill 3 times or 4 times, I'm not sure how many times, you get this car. So I said, well, I filled 450 rand at a time, just, because I let it go down just under half tank, and then I fill up takes it up to full tank. So I said, no, what I'll do now is I'll let it run lower, so I have more space in the tank to fill. So I'll fill 500 rand at a time, so which I do. And so what I'm trying to say is, I know I can have certain things, and I know what it feels like to have what I want in those areas that I'm open to having what I want, and I anticipate it. I'm authentic in that area, and it comes to pass. People have this kind of consciousness in different areas of their life where they have success. I just have it in this kind of, I know I'm going to get a good deal. I know if I want something, it's going to work out in some way. I don't know how, but I know it's going to work out, So I'm just saying that there's this anticipation in my consciousness of having, of getting what I want at a good price. So the same thing can happen when you have, when you're attracting a partner in your life. The more clear you are about what you want to have, and that you expect to have that, the partner will show up in your life, and it will suit you. It will suit you exactly for who you are, for where you are. Like I was saying, when I was in one relationship and suddenly I attracted somebody else into my life where there was more connection and intimacy, that just happened because I was open and receptive. You get what I mean? I didn't go looking for somebody to say, hey, do you think we can have more intimacy than what I've experienced up until this point? I was open and ready for that level of intimacy, and the similarities were unbelievable for who I was in that particular reality. You understand? It was just incredible for who I was, for where I was at that time. I'm not that person anymore. So I'm in a different reality now. You get what I mean? And so that's how it works in life. People might not believe it. It's all an inside job. All there really is your spiritual vibration, your energy, your frequency. That's all there really is. And you just have the frequency. You hit the note, you hit the vibrational note. And that vibrational note creates in this world. So I thought the first thing I wanted to share with you is, we don't make sure that the people we're with are right or wrong. We just confirm that they're right. We ensure through our own energy, that we have what we want to have in our life. It's our energy that ensures. So a person can attract to them an ideally suitable spouse by being clear about what is an ideal, how does the person benefit them, what is the feeling quality of happiness that they enjoy, and having that expectation by being a woman who satisfies herself in terms of personal satisfaction, and being a person who's interested in spousal satisfaction and is inspired by feeling good at the level of personal satisfaction or interpersonal spousal satisfaction. That feeling good, like that closeness. Like if you're really there for you and you're caring for you, and you want somebody who's really there for you and caring for you, you'll have it. If you don't have any distancing maneuvers, like if you don't feel unworthy, if you don't feel like nobody will want you, if you don't have any kind of patterns, I'm ugly, nobody will want me, and so on, you're going to release all that. That's why we address these kind of things. What are the blocks and barriers that hold you back, and how you can release, beliefs in non-possibility. All that is nonsense, right? But we support people grow up, and we assist them to become clear, and then we look for patterns to see what are the patterns holding you back. What do you believe about yourself that keeps you from having the reality you desire or the reality you want? But it's your certainty of, I'm here for me, and I'm here for me to the point that I know what I want to have in a relationship. So we let ourselves down when we're not focused on our personal and interpersonal and spousal self. We let ourselves down very badly at that level of energy. And that's when we have a partner in our life that we regret. See, it's when we let ourselves down, then you'll have a partner in your life that you'll end up blaming and all that sort of thing. But it's our own letting ourselves down. If you focus on your own personal happiness and your spousal happiness, you're not letting yourself down. And your reality will expand to include the ideal person in your life. And when you have that person, you'll think, wow, 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 how is this possible? In the meantime, all you're doing is receiving at a higher level what's there for you, for where you're coming from, what's there for you. Expansion. And it's always there. Everything you want that suits you, ideally, like a hand in glove or like a jigsaw piece, already is in the world. So you never have to fear. You never have to fear that, I'm doing this compelling vision, but I wonder whether there's a man like this for me. I wonder whether, I'll get what I want. You just go for it. Stand for your own, be there for you. And be there for you that you want somebody who's there for you in the way that would please you. But you must know what pleases you for you to be there for you and stand for you. And you must know what pleases you with other people. You must be in the feeling vibration of your spousal satisfaction. And then, you must be in your spousal satisfaction. And then you'll have it. But if you've got blocks and barriers like I'm ugly, nobody will want me, I'm always left, nobody chooses me, I'm unlucky in love. So I know that I'm lucky, inverted commas lucky. I'm lucky when it comes to getting deals. I'm lucky getting good value. But it's got nothing to do with luck. I'm creating it. I know clearly what I want. And I know I can have it, and I expect to have it, and I have it. So it's the same principle when it comes to relationships. But when it comes to relationships, I wasn't secure enough. I know clearly in a deal what I want, in a certain situation when I'm buying something what I want. I know how to recognize what is valuable and what's a good deal. I know that. But I was insecure and I didn't know, I wasn't in my self-fullness, and I was self-sacrificing and being people-pleasing. And so I got into issues and problems in my life. But if you overcome your insecurity, from insecure to secure, if you overcome your people-pleasing tendencies and codependency and all that sort of thing, and you become selfful, and you live from your selffulness, if you're needy, then you want people to like you, you want people to keep you, you want to please them, you'll never be selfful. But if you're not needy, you have God, and God is sufficient for you. First relationship is with God. Then you can be there for you, with you. God is there for us all. You can be there with you. See, that's when a person can begin to say, I'll be me without fear of somebody leaving me. I'll be me without fearing somebody might not want me. When you're insecure, you can't be you because the threat is too heavy. If I be me, I can't be me. I must be what other people want me to be. If I be what other people want me to be, they'll be with me. I need people to be with me. You see, women let themselves down, even men too sometimes, but mostly women. They let themselves down because they think they have to become somebody else who is likable to somebody. What do you want me to be? I'll be it. See, what do you want me to be so that you like me? See, so you have an identity that is like a camouflage with different people. You are different with them. You're not being you. You don't be who you really are authentically. You see, so you can overcome the blocks and barriers that keep you from enjoying happiness in the world. Whether it's a good deal, whether it's an ideal spouse, you can have the ideal support for your ideal satisfaction. So that's the first thing I wanted to speak to you about, reflecting the first of the three sharings that you shared. You tap into the frequency of security, self-fullness, satisfaction. The more you'll be operating in a way that you might surprise yourself. In my life, I found myself being a certain way that I never was, doing things that I never did before, and saying things that I didn't understand but was making sense. I was like wondering, what is happening with me that I'm speaking, thinking, behaving differently without anybody telling me or without me learning? I'm just functioning differently in that situation. What's happening here? And what it was I was tapping into a universal frequency, you see, that we can all tap into, of security, self-fullness, satisfaction, where when you feel that feeling, you behave from that level of that feeling. So if you respect yourself and you're comfortable respecting yourself, that's the frequency of the true self. You value yourself. You'll find that you start behaving that way in areas generally without even thinking about it. You'll just start acting in support of what's good for you. You'll intuitively sense high frequencies and what's good for you, and you'll behave in a way that's good for you. And you'll sense low frequencies and what's not good for you. You will automatically make choices and decisions in support of what's better for you if you're coming from the true self. I even saw this without me knowing what options to choose. You just choose the right option. You get what I mean? So I made the point when I said that when you respect yourself and you open up to what you want with others, and you feel good about what you want with others, to be cared for and supported by them, you will automatically have somebody come into your life that will perfectly reflect that. I mean, I've witnessed that in my life. The right teacher, the right people, everything comes in because you're expanding and they come in. So similarly, your behaviors, the way you carry yourself, automatically changes. This is why I was saying this is not about setting goals, and I spoke about this yesterday. It's not about setting goals. It's not about doing things. It's not about taking action. And I was saying just now earlier, it's not about us meeting somebody and asking them a million questions. Do you snore? Do you wake people up in the middle of the night? You don't have to do that. It's not a question of looking for people and looking for the right people among the people. You don't do that. It's all energetic. You vibrated the frequency of a self-respecting person who's inspired. You're a progressive woman, and you enter into prosperity consciousness, and you're inspired by your satisfaction. It just happens. And you'll notice that things that you knew you liked, that you can see, and things you didn't know you like that you would like in a relationship, it's already there. And you're like, but I didn't even know that's what I wanted. I didn't even know that's what I enjoyed. And suddenly you're enjoying it. So it's all frequency matching. If you feel the good feeling of security, that will reflect back to you. Nobody will bug you. Nobody will bother you. If you feel the frequency of self-fullness, you will start automatically operating in a way that benefits you. You won't think, oh, do I have to do that? Oh, why do I have to do that? I wish somebody else did that. You'll see the opportunity, you'll take the opportunity. There's no stress and no strain. And if you operate at the frequency of satisfaction from your authentic self, you'll start noticing you're getting the right ones, whatever that is, opportunities, where you are, the right seat on the plane. Everything is working out for you. You'll realize, whoa, how is this happening? So it's not about asking questions or interviewing anybody, or sometimes you might just represent yourself, and sometimes you might just say, for the sake of inquiring, this is what I'm asking. But you're not controlling the situation. The key here is that you're not asking these questions to make something happen. You're not doing things to make something happen. You're doing or asking questions is supportive action. It's not trying to control type of action. It's not making things happen action. It's supporting things happen action. So thank you so much for bringing that up. You'll realize, get into the frequency. Like before the break, I was saying to you that this is not a teaching about getting things perfect. This is a teaching about applying yourself. As long as you're applying yourself in your best interest, that's all that matters. That's the win here. It's not, did you get success in the world? The success is you supporting greater security and experiencing greater security, living from greater security. The success is you supporting greater selffulness, self-respect, and living from greater self-respect and life respect, that you into your satisfaction, you into your authority as an adult, and then you can move into your, coming from your autonomy as an adult authority, you can move in your authenticity. What I really like, what I really enjoy is, and feeling the feeling of, I like when I get what I want, I like when I have what suits me, I like enjoying myself for who I am, and being who I am, and I can be with others that suit me. Those people are scared to be themselves. They're not selfful. They will never attract to themselves people, things, and experiences that suit them. Get what I mean? So again, thank you so much for sharing that.